the lesson for the day. I want you guys to just do this arm bar setup. It's a chain of 3 things. It's good for your mobility. Okay? So it's basically arm bar, triangle, and then another arm bar. Okay? So you get here and you start. He yanks his arm out. Okay? So you go up, you pull across, and you triangle. And then if you're having a problem with the choke, just bring your legs over and arm bar. Okay? So just a mobility thing. So 6 step. You're going here, he stacks, yanks the arm out, bring your leg to the other side, you triangle. If you're having a problem with that, you just swing it over and arm bar. Okay? You guys will just chain that out real quick. And then we'll mount from crossbody. I was positing for those who've been consistent in class, you guys can always just start from a guard pass to crossbody to mount. Okay, so we're not going to review the guard escapes. So Max, you're due to Sam at the beginning. Okay, so Sam's on the ground. Okay, you're in the crossbody. You're in crossbody. Okay, so we're working on the under-over grips. So you're the other way. Okay, so that's over. The other one is under back there. So by his hip. Very good. So you're controlling here like that. Okay. Now, there's different circumstances, but you're basically using the wedge. Okay. So Max is going to pummel his left arm in under the leg, near leg, and over the far leg. Okay, so you go under the near leg, over the far leg. He's going to drive in with his bicep shoulder, putting some pressure in to pin his leg down. Okay. And then he's going to get his leg over. So he's going to shift, and he can go over with the knee, or you can go over just foot first and smack the mat. Okay, you go over, smack the mat, and then as you turn, you basically go into a mount. Okay, so one more time. So it's basically using a wedge to pin their legs so you can get over the knees. Okay, so he's driving, he drives under the near, over, stomp the mat. And then as you go back and turn, this one is going to go, he's going to go down knee first, then this one is going to grapevine in. Okay, so you're going to try to grapevine in like that. Okay, so last time, switch angles a little bit. It's very basic, but we're going to start from the over-under grip from crossbody. Okay, now, again, you wedge, kick over, stomp the mat, and then slide and grapevine both legs almost at the same time. This makes sense? It's really simple, but I don't know what Eric calls it. We'll call it the wedge mount. Okay? All right? Okay, so the next one is what I kind of consider to be the more classic, very first mount. Okay, so here we can start from the under-over because that's a great control position. Okay, so at this point, usually if the leg is blocking a little bit, so Max's right leg is up kind of blocking that axis, Sam's going to weave his right hand in, grab the belt line. So you grab the belt, the outside of the belt, and you put your forearm right across their belt. Keep your arm in tight. He's pinning his whole hips down with that arm. Okay, then he's going to slide. With that pin there, he's going to slide between his arm and his body, okay, like that, okay, then post out with your left hand and twist your body and slap that foot wide like that to clear the legs, and then as you adjust back, the legs go back in grapevine. Okay, so again, change angles a tiny bit, just a little bit, okay, good, right there. All right, so start from that. Grab the belt on the outside, you drive down with your whole forearm. Okay? Slide your knee through, and now right when you get there, you got to clear that leg. So in order to get some height on the flip of his leg, Sam's going to put his left hand on the floor real quick. He's going to almost face away and shift his hips over, go wide with that foot, then wrap it right back in. The wide exaggerated hook is going to help you clear the knees and the shift of your hips across. So one last time. Okay, so go slow here. Okay, he goes to the belt, drives the hips down, slides his knee through. Now he's got to clear the legs. Okay, so what you're basically you're going to try to take your butt from that side to almost to the center or slightly to that side. There you go. And now right there, you just rock your hips back. And you settle your legs in. Okay, I'm going to call that one just your classic mount. Mount from side control. Okay, and your core comes back. Okay, Sam, you're down. Okay, so we'll get ourselves to the over-under position. Okay, all right. So this time, Sam's going to switch base, facing the feet. Okay. Now, think of the last one. You kind of go under. You go under, across, but it's across their body. This time, you're going to go over the knees. So if Forrest is blocking with the right knee, here like that. Okay, Sam can widen his base a little bit, or with his post, with his left hand, you can sweep out and post. Okay, he's going to kick over, slap the mat. No, that's a helicopter. We're going to go to mount. So you're going to kick over the top. There you go, beautiful, like that. And then flare your knees in, cup the hips, and grapevine. Super simple, but you widen your base a little bit, which allows you to get over. And then as you turn, you're able to get your base there real quick. So one more time. Okay, switch base. Okay, now sometimes with your right hand a little bit, you can block the knee to keep the lower leg from flaring up. So sometimes you'll go over the top of Sam, maybe from the outside a bit. Grab for his right knee from the out there like that, and just cup it from the outside. There you go, like that. Now it's hard to get over your own arm, so the timing of pulling it out as you get over the top is good. But you go here, yeah, you see that? Just gotta let it go as you're going. It just keeps the knee from blocking, or the lower leg from blocking you as you go over. Okay, so last time, switch angles. Okay. All right, so over under. Okay, you switch base. Okay, tap that if you want over the top. Okay, post and go like that. And if you walk your hand out to a post a little bit more, when you go over, you'll be able to get your mount faster. Sometimes if you're over, you'll get your body caught in a twist, and you'll have a hard time getting to the other side of the head. So you just bring it out a little wide post, and then as you go, you can easily just switch over. Does it make sense? So we'll call this, I'll label this classic mount over the knees instead of through the knees, right? So like use that term. There's no name for it. Dennis, do it. Sam, will you run the camera for him? Okay, so doing whatever you want. Guard pass to mount or whatever, doesn't matter. So you get with any of the three, you get to your mount. Okay, so it doesn't look any of the three, any of the seven, to any of the three. Establish his mount. Okay. All right. So from there, if he's able to, he gets Max's hand pinned. So if Max starts to work on the hips to do a hip escape or something like that, Dennis is going to capture the wrist with his left hand. Okay, he's going to bring his arm over the other side. Okay, he pummels forward the chicken wing or the figure. He sets that figure four up. Okay, Dennis is going to post his head to the floor. Post his head to the floor. Now, carefully, you're going to kind of walk your left foot over his head. Okay, so walk. As soon as you pass his head, see his cuff, yep, bring your knee to the floor, hook under his head. Now, roll over your right shoulder. Be sure to let his hand escape. Roll over your right shoulder, turn him over, and take the chicken wing right there. Okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, he goes here. So again, start from the mount. From the mount. Okay. So, a lot of the game here, and you remember if you were here last week, I'm going to just review this. So sometimes when their hands are here like this, the first goal is to either get the hands away so that you can get a collar and choke, or to get some attack going, whether it's a V or some sort of a choke. So you got to get the hands away. Now normally they're not just going to sit there and pray. They're going to start pummeling and trying to work on the hips. So one way to open them up, just to review this real fast, is you're in the mount. You put your right elbow on the floor on the other side of his head. put your right elbow on the floor on the other side of his head, right like that. You keep your posture over there so you don't get sweep. Now you think the top of the head is like the top of the lever, so you bring this a little higher on the floor, and you just straight back, and you try to bring it back to your pocket. You just keep going more, even a little tiny bit more to the top of his head, and you just drag, 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 drag. Most people at some point here are going to get uncomfortable and get their neck cranked or their tap, or at least you see how the hand starts to open. Now, then I would just come back and wipe it to the floor with your arm, and then grab the grip. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Now, that's just a review of what we did. The submission on the neck, 9 times out of 10, they'll do something else before you get there, or they'll be wound up and it won't necessarily work, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so you can use that as a setup if you like, but otherwise, you got a pummel, you capture the wrist, you drive this in, you get your figure forward, you got your right elbow tucked in a little bit. You can just shift his weight just a tiny bit towards his right. Yep. Walk your leg over. Just go shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Like walk like I always use the cousin it thing. Knee goes to the floor, hook under his head. Hook tight, drag him over, keep that leg cranked, and then from there you just drop your left elbow down and push the hand to the sky. Drop your knee down and pin it to the ground and then drive it to the sky. There you go. Alright. Chicken leg. You guys do